Have you ever wondered what it takes to actually pass a weld test? Or maybe followed under the misconception that you have to be the slickest welder in the nation to pass a weld test? If so, check this video out. I'll show you my first weld test, which is something I've never shown, from a few years ago. And I really want to kind of break the stigma and show that, you don't have to be the absolute best welder out there to get paid. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Road Access. What's going on, guys? So I'm Cameron. If you're just now checking this channel out, I started this a few years ago to show what it takes to go from a desk guy to becoming a rig welder. And I've traveled all over the United States and now traveled the world and welded, practiced welding, even got to teach a little bit of welding while I was overseas recently. But something I want to talk about is a lot of folks think that they have to be the absolute best welder out there to pass a weld test, to get paid to weld. And I think everybody, over critiques themselves and just wants to be the absolute best, which, everybody I think should strive for that goal. But to get paid to weld, I'm sure a lot of you have seen some really crappy welds out there and you just realize that those people got paid to weld. I'm far from the best welder. I do really well. I've done a lot of practicing over the years, and I still learn something every day. Today I was out welding and Wally was with me, and he even caught something in my welds, and that made just a big difference. And that's something you don't always get, as somebody that looks over your shoulder and is like, hey, you ought to try this. So check out my first weld test here and we'll talk a little bit about it. So here's a clip from my first weld test. As you can see, it's not the slickest. It was a 2-inch Schedule 80, and pretty much they handed me the pipe, put me off in a shop, and told me, call me when you're done. It was a downhill bead, low high all the way out, and had a couple problem areas. It was a little bit undercut and definitely wasn't super slick all the way around. It was a little bit lumpy, and honestly I was a little bit scared that it wasn't going to pass. It was shot and it passed and I got the job. So you can see that, just with this quick little video, I'll throw up a picture of the root. I had a couple different spots where I blew through and had to fix it, and that was terrifying, especially on my first weld test. I was going to have to fix something and maybe, not be able to pass. But they came out, checked it, ended up shooting it, and passed, and I got the paycheck. Here's a couple, pictures and videos of some of the things that were out on the job, without you really just kind of divulging too much information about the plant, because they're pretty particular about that. But that job actually paid $30 an hour, $100 a day per diem, and that was my first welding job. So I wasn't running my rig. It was for a single hand job, but I got paid to weld. And a lot of you out there that are watching this, maybe have goals of rig welding, and that has its own challenges and things, which we'll be talking about more here in the near future. But I just wanted to show you really quick that, I'm not perfect. That was my first weld test, November of 2020. And here we are 2 years later, running my own business. There's a ton of money in it. And the things we welded out on that job were just, even in the plant was just covered in just all kind of different chemicals and things. And we fought pretty hard trying to make it work. But we got paid. I got to weld some pipe. I got to weld some stainless. I got to weld a lot of mild steel and, or carbon steel. But just want to do a quick video just to show you that you don't have to be the absolute best to still get paid. Strive to be the best, but what gets you paid is what feeds your family. So catch you guys on the next one. Peace.